The etching, Marionette 2, captures a group of ghostly figures, predominantly women, rendered in a soft, flowing style. The scene is set within a loosely defined interior, with the figures blending seamlessly into one another, their boundaries intentionally blurred. The artist subtly includes a self-portrait in the composition, positioned off to the left, painting from a palette. This ethereal arrangement invites the viewer into a dreamlike world, evoking themes of interconnectedness, memory, and the ephemeral nature of existence. In Zen Buddhism, the concept of mushin, no mind, invites a state of pure presence, free from attachment to individual thoughts or identities. The indistinct, fluid nature of the figures in this piece mirrors the Zen teaching that individuality is an illusion. By blurring the forms and removing sharp distinctions, the artwork emphasizes the transience of life and the interconnectedness of all beings. The figures seem to dissolve into one another and the surrounding space, much like Zen's teaching that all forms are empty, of a fixed essence. This portrayal gently nudges the viewer toward an acceptance of impermanence and the beauty of shared existence. The imagery resonates with hexagram 37, the family, Jia Ren, which reflects the value of relationships, mutual respect, and harmonious coexistence. The clustering of the figures suggests a familial or communal bond, with each entity contributing to the whole. The fluidity of the lines symbolizes the adaptability and shared responsibilities within a connected unit. The lack of sharp boundaries implies that true harmony arises when individual identities blend, and each member supports the collective, much like the family dynamics described in the hexagram. The Tao Te Ching speaks of the unity of opposites and the impermanence of forms, a theme richly illustrated in this artwork. Lao Tzu's teaching that the 10,000 things rise and fall, while the self watches their return, is reflected in the main blending and soft dissolution of the figures. The lack of definition suggests that identity is a temporary phenomenon, like ripples on water, continually shifting and flowing. The faint yet connected forms evoke the Tao's principle that all things are part of the same greater whole, returning eventually to the source. It's important to see life as a web of interconnected relationships, rather than discrete, isolated entities. This interpretation aligns with the overlapping and intertwined figures in Marionette 2. This scene is a meditation on how our individual identities are shaped by and inseparable from our interactions with others. The blurred distinctions between the figures highlight the relational nature of existence, challenging the notion of a singular, independent self. Together, these perspectives reveal a narrative of shared humanity, where individual identities dissolve into a larger, universal fabric. The dreamlike quality of the composition suggests that life itself is a fleeting illusion, where meaning arises not from separateness, but from connection. Marionette 2 invites viewers to contemplate the delicate balance between individuality and unity. The indistinct forms symbolize the transient nature of self, echoing Zen's teaching of emptiness. The familial clustering evokes the I Ching's wisdom on harmony within a collective. The Tao Te Ching reminds us that all things flow back to the source, underscoring the relational nature of existence. Together, these interpretations create a meditative reflection on the impermanence of life and the beauty of interconnectedness. Take a moment to reflect on the relationships in your life. Consider how your identity is shaped by those around you and how, in turn, you contribute to the collective whole. Can you embrace the impermanence of these connections while cherishing their fleeting beauty? Use this awareness to foster gratitude and mindfulness in your daily interactions, appreciating the threads that weave together your shared experience. Marionette 2 reminds us that we are not solitary beings, but part of a vast, interwoven tapestry. In its ghostly figures and blurred lines, we see reflections of ourselves, ephemeral, relational, and bound by the transient beauty of existence. Let this artwork inspire you to cherish the present, honor your connections, and find peace in the ever-shifting dance of life.